Alright, let's dive into what's been going down in Foxborough, because the New England Patriots are officially cooking with storylines this offseason. The team just got hit with a fresh wave of both good news and bad news during OTAs, and there's plenty to unpack. Whether you're a die-hard Pats fan or just keeping tabs on how this new-look roster is shaping up, this is the kind of stuff that gives you a sneak peek into who's rising, who's falling, and who might not make it to Week 1. Let's start with the positives, because there's definitely some stuff worth getting excited about. Efton Chisholm III. Remember the name. The guy is turning heads in a big way. He's not just showing flashes, he's starting to cement himself as a legitimate contender for a spot on the final 53-man roster. And this isn't happening in a vacuum. He's doing it in a crowded, competitive wide receiver room. You've got guys like Kendrick Bourne currently out, and with OTAs being voluntary, not every veteran is showing up. But Chisholm is. And not only is he showing up, he's showing out. He's stepping up while others are sitting out. And when opportunity knocks in the NFL, you better believe guys like him are trying to kick the door down. Chisholm made some noise in drills where he was lined up against Christian Gonzalez. And get this, he ran a dig route, got separation, made a beautiful catch right in front of the coaches. It was one of those reps where you could feel the energy shift. Everyone on the field noticed it. The kid has the tools, and it makes you wonder how he went undrafted. Sure, he's not the fastest guy on the field in terms of straight line speed, but that's not everything. Slot receivers especially benefit more from short area quickness and change of direction ability, and Chisholm has that in spades. Agility. That's the key word here. You don't need to run a blazing 40-yard dash to be effective in the slot. What you need is to be shifty, deceptive, and precise in your movements. That lateral quickness, being able to move east to west with sharp cuts, that's what separates a decent receiver from a dangerous one. Chisholm seems to understand that and is using his strengths to carve out a role. It's the kind of performance that's hard to ignore. Josh McDaniels once said he loves guys who can be dirty in the slot, meaning gritty, reliable, and hard to cover. Chisholm is looking like he might fit that mold. Now, let's talk trenches, because there's some promising news on the defensive line as well. Keon White has been getting a ton of reps going up against rookie offensive tackle Will Campbell, and this is exactly the kind of internal competition you want to see in these early phases. Iron sharpens iron, right? White, who's still young himself, is battling daily against a fresh face like Campbell, and both are benefiting from the reps. But this isn't just about technique and footwork. It's about mentality, getting used to facing someone who's just as hungry, can elevate a player's game faster than any coaching drill. Let me tell you something that I always say to my students in PE class. If you want to get better, you've got to play against someone who pushes you. Too many kids want to stick with their buddies and play against weaker competition, thinking it's all fun and games. But that's not how growth happens. You get better by going against the best, by being uncomfortable, by constantly testing your limits. That's exactly what's happening between White and Campbell right now. It's a healthy, fiery competition, and that can only mean good things for the Patriots' depth moving forward. Let's keep rolling with another positional battle heating up on the offensive line. The battle between Cole Strange and Wes Schweitzer is one to watch closely. Schweitzer went down briefly during one of the recent sessions, but managed to return without any serious concerns. Still, this has turned into a legitimate competition at left guard. Schweitzer comes in from the New York Jets with starter experience, and Strange, despite being a former first-round pick, has had a bit of a rocky start to his NFL career. Injuries have plagued him, and now his starting spot isn't as safe as it once was. There's talk going around that Strange could even be a cut candidate if things don't go his way in camp. That would have sounded crazy a year ago, but now, with Schweitzer breathing down his neck and other young linemen hungry for reps, nothing feels guaranteed. A name like Layden Robinson doesn't seem to be in the mix anymore, at least not for that left guard spot. So right now, it's all eyes on Strange versus Schweitzer. And remember, this is just one example of how tight the roster spots are going to be this year. Across the entire offense, battles are shaping up. The tight end room is another one that's getting attention. Jaheim Bell is a name that's been floating around the bubble. There was speculation about whether or not he was firmly in the mix, but from the latest practices, it seems like he's trending in the right direction. You also have someone like Dre Archer, who's probably safe, But with so many variables, new offensive schemes, shifting personnel, it's hard to say anything is set in stone. Then there's the running back room. It's going to be fascinating to see who emerges as a true number 2 behind Ramondre Stevenson. Antonio Gibson and Trayan Henderson are both getting looks, and each brings a different style to the table. Gibson has the experience and versatility, especially in the passing game, while Henderson is more of a pure runner, a downhill threat, who can keep defenses honest. This might come down to who fits best in Alex Van Pelt's offensive design, which appears to be shifting away from some of the more conservative looks of past seasons. Now, unfortunately, not everything is sunshine and optimism. Let's shift to the not-so-great news, and we've got to talk about Jahlani Tavai. He suffered a leg injury during team drills, and while there hasn't been an official report detailing the extent of the damage, the fact that he was down for as long as he was is obviously concerning. From what's been gathered, it didn't look like a contact injury. It may have been one of those change of direction issues. Plant, cut, boom, something gives way. Those are the ones that strength and conditioning coaches try to prepare players for. But even with all the precautions in place, freak injuries can still happen. Tavai is one of those guys who brings valuable versatility to the defense. He can line up as an off-ball linebacker or play closer to the line of scrimmage when needed. That kind of flexibility is a big deal in today's NFL, where defenses are constantly shifting formations and reacting to motion-heavy offenses. There were even whispers this offseason that he might be trade bait, but this injury might complicate that conversation. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but until we get clarity, it's a big question mark hovering over the linebacker room. And now we get to Stefon Diggs. Yes, he was on the field, but as a limited participant, which all things considered is actually decent news. Remember, he's still rehabbing from an ACL tear he suffered back when he was with Houston, and getting back on the field at all this early in the process is impressive. It's not the kind of thing you rush, especially with a veteran receiver who's expected to play a big role. But his presence alone is a good sign. He posted something recently on social media that said moving on or what's next, and it kind of speaks to where his head is at. He's putting the injury and whatever drama surrounded it behind him and focusing on what's coming. Still, you have to ask, will he be ready for week 1? That's the big question. Some days you look at his training videos and think, yup, he's almost there. Other days, there's hesitation. I had a buddy come up to me just the other day and say, hey, I'll bet you $100 Diggs doesn't play more than 8 games this season. The line was actually 7.5 games. And honestly, I hesitated because even though I want to believe he'll be ready and stay healthy, you just never know with knees. Would you take that bet? 7.5 games? Let me know what you think because I'm on the fence. But yeah, that's where we stand. Right now, players stepping up, battles breaking out, and injuries throwing some unexpected twists into the mix. The Patriots offseason is far from boring. And with training camp creeping closer and closer, you can feel the tension rising. Every practice rep matters. Every player is fighting for a spot. And every decision the coaching staff makes now could have a massive impact when the games start to count. As OTAs continue to unfold in Foxborough, one thing is becoming crystal clear. This version of the New England Patriots is not going to be short on drama or competition. Every position group feels like a battleground. Whether it's the offensive line, the wide receivers, the backfield, or even special teams, this roster is far from settled. And for fans watching closely, it's a fascinating time to analyze how things might play out heading into training camp and eventually the regular season. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers around the NFL have intensified as rumors swirl that Nick Chubb, the powerhouse running back known for his relentless rushing and clutch performances, might be leaving the Cleveland Browns. Sources close to the league hint at a possible move that could dramatically reshape the offensive landscape. One that could see Chubb donning the iconic navy and silver of the New England Patriots. Chubb has long been a cornerstone of the Browns. Ground game, his bruising runs and impressive yards after contact, making him one of the most feared backs in the league. Yet speculation is mounting that the Browns could be ready to part ways, potentially opening the door for the Patriots to add a true game changer to their offense. If the deal goes through, New England's attack would suddenly gain a significant boost in explosiveness, giving quarterback Mac Jones a dynamic weapon capable of taking over games on the ground and providing a vital spark in critical moments. The Patriots have been on the lookout for a reliable, hard-nosed running back to complement their balanced approach, and Chubb fits the bill perfectly. His ability to break tackles and consistently gain tough yards aligns well with the Patriots' disciplined style of play. Adding Chubb could provide New England with a more physical identity in the backfield, possibly shifting their offensive strategy to a more run-heavy focus that could control the clock and wear down opposing defenses. For Cleveland, the move might signal a strategic pivot. Trading away a star like Chubb could free up cap space and open opportunities for younger talent to emerge. However, it would also mark the end of an era, leaving fans wondering how the Browns will replace such a key contributor. While no official confirmation has been made, the buzz around league insiders, fan forums suggest this potential transfer could be one of the most talked about moves of the offseason. The NFL landscape is always shifting, and a move like this would send ripples far beyond just the teams involved. Patriot supporters in particular are eager to see if this rumored acquisition could be the missing piece to push their team back into championship contention. As the offseason progresses, all eyes will be on both Cleveland and New England to see if these rumors materialize into a headline-grabbing deal. Until then, the speculation will keep fans buzzing and sports analysts debating the impact of a Nick Chubb-led Patriots offense. Could this be the start of a new chapter for Chubb and a revived Patriots attack? Only time will tell. That's it. For this update, if you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.